For the unmatched performance of Lenovo laptops. Buy with confidence thanks to our price match guarantee and 0% interest on selected purchases. We're your locally owned technology experts on the truck bypass. Comtech, we sell the best and fix the rest.
Koenig of Oneida, Pierre, and Winter has provided our services to growers of South Dakota for over 50 years. We focus on providing our customers with the products, services, and attention to detail that each farmer needs to succeed. For your individual needs of custom spraying, liquid or dry fertilizer, chemical, soil sampling, seed sales, and treating, stop in and see us at Koenig with offices located in Oneida, Pierre, and Winter.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
For over 60 years, Verding Electric has been powering homes and businesses across central South Dakota. When you need reliable electrical service, trust the experts with decades of experience. Whether it's a simple residential repair, a complex commercial installation, or even electrical work on your farm, Verding Electric has you covered. And if you're tired of searching everywhere for that hard-to-find bulb, Verding Electric carries a wide selection of bulbs, including those hard-to-find fluorescent and specialty options. Visit us at 2903 East Elizabeth Street or call today, 605-224-8684.
As we welcome you back here today for our second game, as it is Pierre and Maple Grove playing the second game of the day for both these teams. But the Eights will be taking on this Maple Grove squad who won game one today of the entire day. They won 9-1 over Excelsior White with a 9-1 win. Going through the rest of the day so far, Rock Island beat East Grand Forks 7-0. East Grand Forks then beats Excelsior 10-2. Rock Island with an 11-3 win over Pierre. And now Maple Grove versus Pierre here in our final game today, as the Eights are trying to get to 1-1, forcing Maple Grove to 1-1, which would put Rock Island in the catbird seat going into game two, or day two, as they will play the first and fourth game. They'll have a couple game break on Saturday. Pierre's the only team of this pool that will play back-to-back games both days. They've played Rock Island just a little bit ago, now play Maple Grove. They'll play East Grand Forks at 11:30 and then Excelsior at 2 o'clock. Nobody else will play doubleheaders like Pierre will in their games overall, and Maple Grove will play a doubleheader tomorrow as they are taking the field. So we're just about set for first pitch between Pierre and Maple Grove as we go through the starting lineups. First for Post State, it is Carter Shufflebein, the shortstop, leading off. Hudson Stosher, the second base, will bat second. Sutton Sunshine, the DH, will bat third. Trip Linda Kugel, the third base, will bat fourth. Will Eilers, the catcher, batting fifth. Will Danberg, the left fielder, batting sixth. Jackson Goodman, the right fielder, batting seventh. Alec Eilers, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Porter Hunsley rounding out the order as the center fielder. Riker Edson is the starting pitcher for Post State here in Game 2 today. For Maple Grove, their starting lineup, Joey Limerick, the center fielder, lead things off. Blake Schneider, the second baseman, will bat second. Oliver Tatum, the right fielder, batting third. Damian Seibert, the pitcher, will bat fourth. Kellen Sargent, the first baseman, batting sixth. Evan O'Dwyer, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Gavin Custerman, the catcher, batting eighth. Ian Farley, the shortstop, batting eighth, Custerman batting seventh. And Ian Schock, the left fielder, is batting ninth here for Maple Grove here in Game 2 of the day today. And for the stats on Seibert coming into this game, he has thrown so far 5 2/3 innings. He is giving up this will be just his second start, third appearance overall. And right now they don't have any wins or losses on the record for any of the pitchers, but he's given up 5 hits and 0 runs in those 5 2/3 innings. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. The ERA at 0, the whip at 1.06, and a batting average against at 263 for Seibert. So it is going to be a tough task ahead for the Eights. But it will be an opportunity to try and play a good team, try and beat a good team in Maple Grove. And in this pool, I think could be one of the tougher ones to try and get out of. Rock Island has shown that they are a very good baseball team, and Maple Grove trying to show that they're also a good baseball team so far. This Maple Grove team has not played a lot of games to this point. As we look at their full record after their win earlier today, Maple Grove sitting at just 6-5 on the season. They won 9-1. They've won back-to-back games after dropping 4 of the last 5. So not a lot of games played to this point for this Maple Grove post Legion team, and they will start to here playing their 12th game of the summer, and I think their high school season goes pretty deep into the spring, into the summertime. But it is Carter Shufflebein to lead us off here in the top of the first as we're getting underway, game 2 of our doubleheader. And we welcome those back on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Liza Mayer back in the studios. We had just about 45 minutes between the end of the first game and the beginning of this next game. Actually turns into basically an hour between the end of the first game and now the end of this game, or starting of this game. That's why we end up breaking from YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's the first pitch to Shufflebein. It'll come high for ball 1. As we're underway here at 6:47. Seibert throwing around 85 miles an hour on that first pitch. 82 miles an hour on that first pitch. Here's the 1-0. There's a pop-up on the left side. Backing up is the shortstop Farley. He will call for it and make the catch, and the leadoff man is gone here to kick off the ball game. And it brings up Hudson Stocher to the plates. Stocher had an RBI in game 1. He went 1 for 2. He walked in the first, single in the second, and then ground out in the 5th inning. The 8 set a 3-3 tie in that bottom of the second against Rock Island before only getting one more base runner the rest of the way. With Carruthers for Rock Island throwing that 5-inning complete game in the 8-run loss. Here's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Breaking ball at 75 miles an hour for Damian Seibert. Here's the 0-1 from the right-hander. That'll be high and outside. And the count 1-1 here to Stocher. And Pierre's got still an opportunity to still win this pool, but they now are really in a spot where you have to win your next 3 games to have a shot. 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And it's now a 1-2 count. Because with Rock Island at 2-0, Maple Grove, if they win, they're at 2-0. Going to be really difficult for the 8s to try and get to 2-2 and still win the pool. That one will be upstairs, and the count's now 2-2. And so the 2-2 count. Here comes the 2-2 to Hudson Stocher. That one's foul, tipped into the mitt for strike 3. And a strikeout. And 2 down now for Seibert and Maple Grove, and it brings up Sutton Sunshine, who will get a break from behind the plate, still in the batting order. He's the DH here in this game. So 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the first. And Sunshine, who in game 1 went 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt, will take high for ball 1. Right-hander Seibert looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here in this top of the first inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is high and outside, and the count's now 2-0. Sunshine coming into today, he was hitting .381 with those 23 runs driven in. Couple of signs shaking off from Seibert. Sunshine calls time. Everybody will reset. 2-0 count here to Sunshine. Right-hander from the windup will deliver the 2-0 pitch. Come high and inside, and the count is now at 3-0. I would expect that Sunshine will be taken all the way. A 3-0 count, although the number 3 hitter, you never know if you get the green light. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Seiberts. That's right down the middle for strike one. Still good hitters count here for Sun and Shine. And so a 3-1 pitch upcoming. Going to be a 2-out base runner here for the Eights. From the windup, 3-1. Swing and a miss. And the count's now 3-2. Payoff pitch here from Seibert to Sun and Shine. And from the windup, he'll deliver the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Seibert will get back-to-back strikeouts and a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. The end of the bottom of the first, no score between Pierre and Maple Grove. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
For over 20 years, Shane's Pharmacy has been serving the Fort Pierre area as your locally and veteran-owned independent pharmacy. From fast prescription service and free local delivery to immunizations and rapid strep testing, our experienced team is here with the personal care you deserve. We're honored to care for our family, friends, and neighbors, and proud to support our local high school athletes. Experience the difference personal care makes at Shane's Pharmacy. Feel better for less and stay well with us.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the first and a no score between Pierre and Maple Grove, as it is going to be for Maple Grove. Joey Limerick to lead things off. Blake Schneider, the second baseman, batting second. Oliver Taton, the right fielder, batting third. Damian Subera, the pitcher, batting fourth. Kellen Sargent, the first baseman, batting fifth. Evan O'Dwyer, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Gavin Custerman, the catcher, batting seventh. Ian Farley, the shortstop, will bat eighth, and Ian Schock, the left fielder, batting ninth here for Maple Grove. And they will go against Riker Edson. And for Riker Edson, this will be his first start of the season. 7th appearance overall, 1-0 record so far. Does have a save. He's given up 11 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 10 walks, 13 strikeouts, and ERA at 1.43. Whip also at 1.43, and a batting average against at 204. First pitch strike percentage at 64% here for Riker Edson. As it is going to be Joey Limerick, the center fielder, to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning for this Maple Grove squad. Limerick is hitting .500 coming into today. He's 7 of 14 with 7 singles. The left-hander will swing at the first pitch and ground it over the shortstop and Schuffelbein, who will field. His throw to first is on the money. And the leadoff man is gone here in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Blake Schneider, the second baseman. Schneider's hitting .304. He's 7 of 23, all singles so far for him after coming into today. 3 runs driven in for the number 2 hitter. So Schneider, the second baseman. Here is the first pitch. That one's over for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that one will be outside. The count's now 1-1. Back-to-back lefties, and there'll be a third lefty with Oliver Taton, the right fielder, on deck. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss low, and the count's 2-1. Look at Post States. They have just one lefty in their batting order, and one lefty on the roster, and being Bridger Babcock. 2-1 pitch. Ground ball. That is down the first base line, and that one just scoots foul. Almost looked like it skipped off the first base bag, but it does go foul. The count's now 2-2. Alec Eiler's the first baseman diving forward, but again, it looked like it almost skipped off the top of the bag or hit the corner and when scooting that way. Here's now the 2-2 to Schneider. This will be popped up to center field. Porter Hunsley will come in. He'll make the catch, and 2 down here in the bottom of the first, and it will bring up Oliver Tatum, the right fielder, in third straight lefty in the batting order. Tatum so far coming into today, .438 batting average, 3 doubles, two doubles, 2 triples, 7 runs driven in for Tatum. Here's the first pitch to him. That one's at the top of the zone for strike 1. Here at Maple Grove site, here's the 0-1 pitch. That is inside, the count's 1-1. Maple Grove was the road team in their first game today, winning 9-1 over Excelsior. They're the home team in this game. They'll be the home team in the final game tomorrow. They'll play back-to-back games tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Here's the 1-1. Here's a high fly ball by Tatum out towards right field. Backing up is Goodman out towards the wall. It will bounce off the wall and scoot away from Goodman. Rounding second is Tatum. He's on his way to third. He has himself his 3rd triple of the season. And they are in business here with 2 outs. A triple just missing a home run for Oliver Tatum. Now it's Damian Seibert to the plate. The pitcher, he can help himself out. .233 average, 4 doubles, a triple, 8 runs driven in. That was coming into today. Sargent, who's got 9 runs driven in. Again, this is a team that's just now 6-5. These stats are representing the first 10 games that they play, that 5-5. So this is not a team that's played a lot of games to this point. So those numbers where talk about Pierre having guys with 20-plus RBIs, well, that is true, yes, and great, but it is also the fact that they've played, this is their 32nd game of the season of the summer, where this is only game 12 for Maple Grove. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's out the outside edge for a strike, and the count's 1-1. First right-hander in the batting order as well for Maple Grove. Runner on at third with 2 outs on the triple from Oliver Tatum. Here's the 1-1 from Edson. Seibert with a high fly ball to center field. Porter Hunsley is backing up. He gets turned around, but he'll make the catch right shy of the warning track. And that will take care of the first inning. The first scoreless frame of the day for Post State. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left on base. We have the top of the second, no score between Pierre and Maple Grove as you're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Back in a minute.
When your tank's running low and your stomach is growling, there's one place Pierre trusts, DJ Senex. Feel it fast, grab ice-cold drinks, selection of fresh donuts, and that perfect cup of coffee to keep you moving. Friendly faces, quick stops, and everything you need right when you need it. So next time you're on the go, make the easy stop. DJ Senex. Fueled by community, driven by you.
For years, you have trusted Larry Fry Heating and Cooling to keep your home comfortable, no matter the season. Now that same commitment to quality service and expert care has a new name. Introducing Kruger Climate Systems. We're familiar faces, the reliable technicians, and the same dedication you've always known, now under a new banner. From essential repairs and routine maintenance to brand new installations, we're here to ensure your home's perfect temperature. Kruger Climate Systems, your trusted partner for a comfortable home. Call us today for all your heating and cooling needs.
It is the top of the second, and it is no score between Pierre and Maple Grove as we head into this top of the second inning. John Winkler with you on this Friday night. Post State will play again tomorrow at 11:30. It'll be on the air at 11:15 for an 11:30 first pitch between Pierre and East Grand Forks, and then they'll play again right after that against Excelsior White in their final game of the pool play. And again, they can still win the pool, though things are a little bit tougher, and the difference will be for Post State if they don't win this game. They're going to need a lot of help and everything to kind of go right with them winning their 2 games. And then Rock Island's got to lose their 2 games. Maple Grove's got to lose. They can only beat Rock Island. I mean, there'd be a lot. Almost turning into the Dakota Classic where everybody ends up being 2-2. That would be the only way that if they don't win this game here today. But if they do win, they're still alive, still can maybe get some things to go their way. They're still going to need some help because Rock Island, they can't be 3-1 with Rock Island. Rock Island will have to lose, and then like Maple Grove would have to be 3-1 and turn into a tiebreaker scenario. But becomes much more difficult overall, but it's still possible for this post-8 squad. But they will be 4, 5, and 6. Trip Linda Kugel, Will Eilers, and Will Danberg. It's a rarity in the both orders where you have Will Eilers followed by Will Danberg, you have Will followed by Will, and then you also have Ian followed by Ian in the Maple Grove lineup. As you are listening to KCCR Pierre, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. So it is Linda Kugel who went 1 for 2 of the 2 RBI single back in the bottom of the first inning. In that 11-3 loss, he tied the game at 2 as the first pitch will miss for ball 1. Here to Trip Linda Kugel, the third baseman. He only threw a third of an inning in relief as Seibert will deliver the 1-0 pitch. That was off the hands and fouled away. So a 1-1 count here to Trip Linda Kugel. Again, followed by Will Eilers. Will Danberg will get his first chance to swing the bat. Same with Jackson Goodman and Alec Eilers when they come up, which will follow Danberg. Everybody else in the same order as they were. Here's the 1-1. That is upstairs, and the count's now 2-1. Here to Linda Kugel. Seibert, from the windup, delivers the 2-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball towards right center field. That one's out to the gap, and that one will hit the base of the wall. Linda Kugel's on his way to second. He's got himself a double to lead things off here in the top of the second inning. First base runner for the Eights. And the rising high school freshman puts one in the right center field gap. It's his 5th double of the season. So he's got 7 extra base hits and 6 singles overall in his 13 hits. Puts a lot of good piece of the bat on everything he swings at. As Will Eilers, the catcher, will come to the plate. So leadoff double. It's now Will Eilers, the catcher. Let's see if Eilers can pick up RBI number 18. Here's the first from Seibert. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Eilers in game 1, 0 for 2. Carter Templeton hit for him in the 5th inning in that 11-3 loss. Again, it's an 8-run rule after 5 here in the tournament, not the normal 10-run rule that you used to seeing in South Dakota games. There's a swing and a foul tip for a strike, and the count's 0-2. So we didn't see the 8-run rule, but we had the 8-run rule in effect in all those games other than the Yankton game of the Dakota Classic. It just does help kind of speed things up and everything stay in, which granted, we could have been okay not having the 8-run rule and then gone from one game to the next instead of having an hour basically between the last pitch of game 1, the first pitch of game 2. It ended up being 58 minutes between games. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Seibert to Eilers after a long look at second. Eilers will pop it up on the right side. Seibert will go into foul territory. He'll start to stutter step back up, and he'll make the catch for the first out. That would have been interesting had that one landed. Would have had the spin to stay fair, it would have bounced its way back foul, and then also if Seibert would have touched it where he would have touched that. Again, those are all what ifs. We have time. Something on just outside the first base dugout. But here comes Danberg to the plate. Will Danberg, first chance to swing the bat, did not play in game one. He is 2 for 6 so far in the season, so a .333 average. 2 runs scored, looking for his first RBI, and a perfect opportunity to get that first RBI of the season. That one will be off the glove of the catcher of Custerman, and over to third will go Linda Kugel, and now Danberg with all an opportunity just to get the ball in the outfield to try and make this a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second for the Eights. Linda Kugel lead away from third. Danberg looking for his first RBI of the summer. Here's the 1-0. That is outside, and the count's 2-0 here to Danberg. Runner on at third here with 1 out in the top of the second inning. He's trying to get that lead. They have not led today, although they've tied things up in the first and second innings of game one, but never led at all in those first 2 games, in the first game. That one's over for a strike on the outside edge, and the count's 2-1 now here to Danberg. Linda Kugel leads away from third. Here's a 2-1 from Seibert. Swing and a miss, and it's now a 2-2 count. And now Seibert looking for his third strikeout. Here comes a 2-2 from Seibert. Swing and a miss. Danberg goes down swinging, and there's now 2 down, and it brings up Jackson Goodman. 2 outs and a runner on at third. .266 average for Goodman. He's got 3 doubles, 7 runs driven in. 4 of those 7 RBIs have come with 2 outs. Hitting .250 with runners in scoring position for Goodman, and he's got his first chance to swing the bat here at the Gopher Classic. And he'll swing and miss to the first pitch for strike 1. Tried to climb the ladder on that first pitch. Here's the 0-1. That is high and outside, and the count is now 1-1 here to Goodman. Here's the 1-1 from Seibert to Goodman. Swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-2. And so Seibert now looking for his second strikeout of the inning. He's got 3 so far in the ball game. And after the leadoff double to Linda Kugel, he's trying to work around that leadoff double. Here's now the 1-2 pitch to Goodman. Fouled away to the right side. That'll get out of play. And we'll do it again here at 1-2. Another 1-2 pitch coming here to Jackson Goodman. Looking for his 8th RBI of the season. Line shot towards right center field. That will get down and be cut off by the right fielder. An RBI single for Goodman here in the top of the second. 5th 2-out RBI of the year for Jackson Goodman. 8th RBI of the season, and the Eights, the leadoff double. They get that run to score on the RBI single from Goodman. And it brings up Alec Eilers with 2 outs and a runner on at first. Alec Eilers, 136 average here in the summer, with a double and 3 runs driven in. He has 57th plate appearance here of the summer. Here's the first pitch. That'll be high and outside for ball 1. Did not play in game 1. Starter here in game 2. Here's the 1-0 to Eilers. That'll miss outside, and the count is 2-0 here to the 8th first baseman. Has a big base hit for Goodman. Gives the 8s the lead for the first time here at the Gopher Classic. Good piece of hitting going the other way. Linda Kugel went to right center field to get to the gap for the double. That one's over for a strike, and the count's 2-1 now here to Eilers. 82 miles an hour from Seibert. Seibert will shake off a couple signs. He'll come set, deliver the 2-1 pitch to Eilers. That one will catch the zone. The count's 2-2, a 73-mile-an-hour breaking ball. 9-mile-an-hour difference. That's makes it that much harder to spot those pitches. Makes it that much harder and that much more effective on the mound. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away over to the first base side, right at the netting. And the count stays at 2-2 Goodman leads away from first here at the top of the second. A 1-0 lead here for the 8s. From the stretch, Seibert, he'll deliver the 2-2. That one's fouled away. Good swing there by Eilers to hang in there with a 2-2 count. And they will do it again with another 2-2 pitch. Well, Seibert does have he does a good job of mixing his timing up. He's got a higher leg kick coming home as the right-handed pitcher. Here's the 2-2. That's high and outside. The count's now 3-2. So Goodman will get a head start, and he'll get a pretty good jump with the leg kick that Seibert has home. You got to make sure that he does go home with it. 3-2 pitch. Eilers fouls that one away on the right side. That'll get out of play, and another full count pitch upcoming. Good battle here between Seibert and Eilers. Here at the top of the second, another full count payoff pitch. Goodman will take off when Seibert delivers as he comes home, and another foul by Eilers. And the at-bat continues. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bats. Seibert again shaking off quite a few signs. Now he'll call the catcher out in Custerman. And so another full count pitch upcoming here with after the mound visit. Make sure that they're on the same page. Maybe just saying, hey, let's go with this pitch right here. Again, Goodman will get a head start. Be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 3-2 from Seibert. Ground ball to the right side. This will be fielded by the second baseman, Schneider. His throw to first will be in time as he charged that one. And it will take care of the inning. But Jackson Goodman will drive in the game's first run. And run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. Head to the bottom of the second. It is 1-0 for Pierre over Maple Grove. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Stulkin Peterson LLP has been your local CPA firm for over 40 years, offering tax preparation, bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting services. If your business, farm, or ranch needs professional, accurate, and reliable services, we are your firm. Our clients are our #1 priority. If you need a higher level of accounting service, give us a call at 605-224-5828. That's Stulkin Peterson LLP, 222 East Missouri Avenue in Pierre.
Has life left a dent in your ride? Or maybe you're dreaming of a fresh start for your classic? At Hunsley Auto Body and Sandblasting, we bring vehicles back to life. Located right here in Fort Pierre with over 25 years experience, we specialize in expert auto body repair. From minor dings to major collision work. Got a boat or RV with fiberglass damage? We handle that too. And for projects needing a complete refresh, our professional sandblasting service preps anything ready for a perfect finish. For quality work you can trust, Hunsley Auto Body and Sandblasting, 605-280-4451, 310 West Highway 1434 in Fort Pierre.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the third, and it is a 1-0 lead in the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. As Kellen Sargent, Evan O'Dwyer, and Gavin Custerman, 5, 6, and 7 here for Maple Grove. First pitch swinging out towards left center field. Danberg will dive, and he can't make the catch. And it looked like he had slipped just a little bit, and then he was falling to the ground before the ball was getting closer to him, and it will be a double to lead things off for Kellen Sargent on the first pitch that he sees. And that one also might have taken the wind out of Danberg. But he seems to be okay, as he'll walk his way back over towards the left field side. And Evan O'Dwyer, the third baseman, now will come to the plate. Second double now for Maple Grove. Riker Edson will have to try and work around the leadoff double. Linda Kugel had a leadoff double in the second, but it took till the 2-out base hit from Goodman. Here's a ground ball back up the middle. That will be snagged by Carter Shufflebine. His throw to first is in time. That's a heck of a play by the shortstop. It's a long way to go, and reaching out. That one looked like it was labeled to be up the middle for a base hit. The runner does get to third, and there's now one down here in the bottom of the second, and it will bring up Gavin Custerman, the catcher. By the way, 40 pitches for Seibert through 2 innings. Doesn't give you a whole lot of opportunity to go deep into the game. And now Gavin Custerman. Infield is halfway in. Again with the turf, he can play a little bit farther back. Be a safety squeeze, and the first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. And Custerman will get the new signs. I don't know if it was the right sign that for him to show the bunt, or the, I guess I wouldn't say the correct. He thought it was something different. That pitch will be upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. So now, no bunt attempts from Custerman, and he will again be looking to swing away. Here's the 2-0. That one is down the middle, and the count's 2-1. It's only pitch number 17 from Riker Edson. Through just 12 in that first inning. Here's a 2-1. Now he's showing bunts, and it will be a safety squeeze, drop down. Edson will throw it home. The tag, they got him out. Eilers will stay with it. He is still down. I think maybe the cleat came up and popped him in the head. But he is able to hang on to the baseball. And it's now a runner on at first with 2 outs. That's a great play by Edson, and a great job by Will Eilers to hold on to the baseball. And I think maybe the slide from Sargent ended up coming up and getting in the back of the head of Eilers, or on the side of the face of Eilers. A courtesy runner over at first base, as Thomas will go over there and run for Maple Grove. But Coach Iverson making sure that Will Eilers is okay. And so now there's 2 outs, but that runner on third, the safety squeeze does not work. 1-2 on the fielder's choice. And there's 2 down, and that's a big out. They do not score that leadoff double. Now there's still a runner on at first, but there are 2 away, and Ian Farley, the shortstop, now to the plate. Farley will show bunt. Now the throw to go to second. It will be high. The tag not applied by Shufflebine. And after Eilers was slow to get up after the failed bunt or the failed safety squeeze, they said we're going to test the arm of Eilers to see how quick his pop time can be. And it is Custerman, or Thomas, that ends up stealing second. Here's the 1-0. That will be upstairs. And the count's now 2-0. Ian Farley, the shortstop. He is hitting 190 so far in the summer. 2 doubles, 4 runs driven in. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That's upstairs, and the count's now 3-0. Here to Ian Farley, the shortstop. Ian Schock, the left fielder, is on deck. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Riker Edson. That'll find the strike zone, the outside edge, and the count's now 3-1. Edson looking to try and come back from the 3-0 deficit here in this at-bat. Here's the 3-1 now from Riker Edson. Home to Ian Farley, the shortstop. Line shot, that'll get down for a base hit. Jackson Goodman will come up with it, and they will run through the stop sign. Now they will come back and try to go back to third. The throw from Alec Eilers, he's out of third. And Maple Grove will run into the third out. They ran through the stop sign, did Thomas, and then he tried to go back to third base and gets thrown out from the first baseman, Alec Eilers, and that takes care of the inning. So no runs on 2 hits in the inning, no errors, and a man left on base. We head to the top of the third. 1-0 lead for Pierre over Maple Grove. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the third and 1-0 lead for Post State over Maple Grove, as it will be 9-1-2. Porter Hunsley, Carter Shuffleby, and Hudson Stosher. If anybody reaches base, it'll end up going to Sudden Sunshine as we play here at the top of the third inning. Final game today for Post State's. Final game today for the whole entire day here at the Gopher Classic of day one. And it is the Eights trying to get to 1-1 record, pushing Maple Grove to a 1-1 record, and see if the Eights then can get a couple wins tomorrow morning and afternoon to get to 3-1. Porter Hunsley will lead us off. He's 2 for 2 today, singled in the second and fourth inning of game one. 9-1-2, basically a double leadoff right here with the speed that Porter Hunsley and Carter Shuffleby have. Here's the first pitch. That'll be high and outside for ball one. Here's the 1-0 from Seibert. That one's over for a strike. The count's 1-1. Hunsley was, again, coming into today, he was hitting 294. But 2 for 2 so far. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 2-1. Here to the number 9 man, the batting order. Here's the 2-1 from Seibert. Now here to Hunsley. That one's over for a strike, and the count goes to now 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Seibert here to Hunsley. That one's upstairs, and the count's now full at 3-2. Here to the center fielder and Porter Hunsley, leadoff man here in the top of the third. Payoff pitch. That'll be taken upstairs, and that will be ball 4, and the Eights will get the leadoff man on base here to start the top of the third inning. After having the leadoff man on in the second, they did come around to score. And it brings up Carter Shuffleby, the shortstop, who popped out to his counterpart, the shortstop, and Ian Farley to lead off the ball game in the top of the first. Seibert will have to work back from the stretch. We'll see if Hunsley gets the green light to try and take off for second. Shuffleby will drop down the bunt back to the pitcher, Seibert. The throw to first will be in time. No one was covering third for a moment. But the sacrifice is good, 1-3. And there's now one down, and it will bring up Hudson Stosher to the plate, who is 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his first at-bats. Well, the runner on at second now with one away. Stosher looking for RBI number 22 after picking up his 21st RBI in game 1. Here's the first pitch to Stosher. That was at the top of the zone for strike 1. Trying to catch teammate Shuffleby for the second on the team in RBIs with a base hit right here. Seibert will shake off a couple of pitches, and now he'll come set from the stretch. Here's the 0-1 pitch. After a couple of checks, the runner on at second. Now a foul ball out of play by Stosher, and the count is now at 0-2. Shadows kind of were in front of, right behind home plate. Now they've moved to the right side of home plate in foul territory. Still really not a lot of shadows on the playing surface at all, or in the fair territory at all. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That is outside. Good take there from Stosher. The count's now 1-2. Tomorrow, probably, there won't be a single shadow on the field. By the time that first game rolls around, it'll be, pretty much right at 11:30. This will be a great place to sit behind home plate and watch with the shade. Pickoff attempt to second, and diving back in safely is Hunsley. Stosher looking for a base hit here with one out. Runner on at second, and Hunsley. Here's the 1-2. There's a line shot that'll be a couple hopper at the second base bag. The quick throw to first is not going to be in time, and Stosher will get the infield single. Good hustle down the line. It was off the hands. It was a soft liner that ended up bouncing twice in front of the second base spot, and the shortstop Farley was completely holding the runner on. So as he vacated to go back to his position, the line drive was going back to second base, and Farley also, again, how it looked coming off the bat, like it was going to be a lot harder of a hit. And so he stopped and waited, and that allowed Stosher to run to first and to get to first. By the time that Farley came away with it, he had a quick throw. It ended up transferring from the glove to the hand and firing a strike to first in a short amount of time, but that wasn't enough time to get Stosher, who dived back in safely on the pickoff attempt. And so now Sun and Shine with runners at first and third and one out here in the top of the third inning. Gives an opportunity for the Eights to take a 2-0 lead again. Fly ball to the outfield should be able to get the job done. First pitch will miss outside for ball 1. One-0 count here to Sun and Shine. With runners at first and third. We'll see what Coach Iverson wants to do with that runner on at first and Stosher. Quick slide step that time, and that was fouled away. It might have been the first time we've seen that from Seibert. Leg kick has been pretty demonstrative, even from the stretch, but that time with the slide step went quicker to the home, and whether Stocher had the steal sign or not, wasn't going to get a good jump off of it. And it was fouled away anyway. Here's now the 1-1, another slide step, but that pitch will be high, and that counts 2-1. Hunsley away from third, Stocher on at first. 2-1 count here to Sunshine. 1-0 lead for the Aids here at the top of the third inning. Here's the 2-1. That'll come in and hit Sunshine. Hit him right on the left quad. There's now a bases loaded spot here for Trip Lindekugel, who had the leadoff double in the second. He's got an opportunity to really open things up here with only one out. We were talking before as I watched and looked at the down the line being 320 down each line and then 344 in center field. It does get a little bit deeper into left center field. But the signs show a little bit short of a porch, and I was asking Sunshine if he's going to go for a home run, and said that was the plan. And I asked Trip Lindekugel if he was going to go deep, and he responded with, "Is the sky blue wink?" Here's the first pitch. There's a line shot to left field. That's not going to get out, but it's going to get down for a couple runs to score. It's a 3-0 lead, and an two RBI single for Trip Lindekugel. He's got 4 runs driven in. Didn't get the home run, but he did the next best thing, drive in 2 runs. And the rising high school freshman is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Aids here in the top of the third inning, and there's still 2 guys on base. And now Will Eilers, who popped out in the first base side to the pitcher. Back at the top of the second, he's going to hit with a runner in score position here again. Here's the 1-0 pitch, the first pitch. That one's swing and a miss for an 0-1 count. Lindekugel now, he is over 10 runs driven in, picking up 2 RBIs in game 1. Now he's got a 2 RBI single here in game 2. He's up to 11 runs driven in on the season. The count's 1-1. That one misses upstairs to Will Eilers. So that makes that the 7th guy this summer now for the Aids to have double-digit RBIs. Before we get to the end of this weekend, or before we at least get to the end of the playoff series, that best-of-3 series, Jackson Goodman's got 7 runs driven in. Bridger Babcock's got 7 RBIs. We could see at least maybe one of those 2 guys, if not both, still end up. That one will catch the outside corner of the top of the zone, and the count's now 1-2 here to Will Eilers. Will Danberg is waiting on deck. Now time is called, and I think Seibert is cramping on that right leg. I don't think he's feeling great on the mound right now. He's working on the right leg. That might just be the end of the day for Seibert anyway. Well, maybe not. They're going to see if they can get some water to try and stretch out that right hamstring. It is still a hot day here in Maple Grove, 83 degrees. It feels like 87, so again, that dew point's up there. It's a little bit stickier and 57% humidity, not overly terrible, but when a guy that's from Southeast Missouri, that's not really hot weather, but up here in Minnesota, it's a lot hotter than it's becoming pretty hot, and you're not hydrated well. Sometimes it doesn't really matter how hot it is. It's still going to be, if you're not hydrated overly well, you're not going to be able to avoid those cramps. And so as Seibert continues to try and stretch that right hamstring, I think he's going to throw a couple pitches to see if he is okay. But he's going to throw at least 1 to 2 warm-up tosses. Make sure that he is feeling okay, but I think, he's, no matter if you're get through the cramp or not, it's going to be lingering around, so you're still going to not feel great no matter what, but you're going to try and battle through it. He's got runners at first and second and 1 out here in this top of the 3rd inning. There's some activity on the left field bullpen. A lefty is getting loose out there for Maple Grove, not able to see what the number is. But he is going to continue to go here. Damian Seibert trying to get through 3 completes. But he's got first and second, a 1-2 count here to Will Eilers with 1 out in this top of the 3rd inning. Seibert will get the sign. He'll come set from the stretch. Here's the 1-2. That'll be high and outside, and the count goes to now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eilers. Sun and Shine's on at second. Linda Kugel's over at first, driving in those 2 runs to make it a 3-0 lead for Maple Grove. Or excuse me, for Pierre over Maple Grove. 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Eilers will strike out, and there's now 2 down here in the top of the 3rd, and it brings up Will Danberg, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So now Danberg trying for his opportunity to get his first RBI of the season. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Base hit can score Sun and Shine to make this a 4-run lead here for the Eights, a 3-run inning. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss by Danberg for strike 1. And he and Carter Templeton are a couple guys that you expect that will start tomorrow in the 2 games against East Grand Forks and Excelsior. And Pierre does not have to worry about conserving pitch counts, saving pitchers for any reason. They're not going to play again till the playoffs, which will be next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So they're going to have a week and a half off after we're done with this tournament, regardless if it's on Monday, they're done on Saturday, or they're done Sunday. They're going to have enough time off that they don't have to worry about any pitchers not being available for that next game. That one will be upstairs, and the count's 1-1. And he had Seibert that had thrown 40 pitches through the first 2 innings. And he's been laboring here in this top of the 3rd. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-2. And Seibert now a strike away from keeping the damage minimum. After he had a walk, single hit by a pitch, and then a 2-run single by Linda Kugel. Seibert, he'll get the sign, he'll come set from the stretch. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll come in and hit Danberg. And so the bases are now loaded here with 2 outs. And it brings up Jackson Goodman to the plate. And so the bases are loaded again. Here with 2 outs and Jackson Goodman. 7 runs driven in on the season. 4 of those 7 have been, actually he's got 8 runs driven in. 5 of those 8 runs have driven in with 2 outs. As he got the RBI single in the top of the 2nd. Can he do it again here? First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. He can get to 10 RBIs on the base hit here to try and make this a 5-run lead. If he can find the gap somewhere, Danberg might have a chance to score from first. Here's the 1-0 from Seibert. That is outside, and the count's 2-0. You got to think the longer this inning is going, probably the end of the line at the end of this inning for Seiberts. Don't think that he'll, with the cramp that he's had in his right hamstring, how many pitches he has thrown, he's going to try and just battle through this third inning and turn it over to the bullpen at this point. 2-0 pitch. Check swing. It'll be a roller to the right side that will go foul, and the count's 2-1. As he's thrown over 60 pitches. I'm trying to wait for the game changer to update for me. He's closer to 70 pitches by the end of this inning, regardless of how this one goes, with a 2-1 count here to Jackson Goodman. Seibert from the stretch delivers the 2-1. That's upstairs, and it's now a 3-1 count. And this will be pitch number 70 here for Seibert. Here's the 3-1. That'll be taken on the inside edge, and the count's now full at 3-2. And everybody will get a head start here with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. And some activity out in the left field bullpen again for Maple Grove. Might be the same guy that was out there earlier. Here's the 3-2. That'll be fouled away. Sonnenschein taking the long loop around to make sure he stays out of the third base line and gives him a little bit better of a chance to, because he's going to score on a base hit somewhere. But going from the windup, it'll give everybody an opportunity to get a really big head start. 3-2 pitch again. Comes inside and taken for strike 3. And that will take care of the top of the third inning. 2 runs do score in the inning, though, for the Eights, as they get the 2 RBI single from Tripp Lindekugel. 2 hits in the inning overall. No runs, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. It is a 3-0 lead for Pierre over Maple Grove. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
At Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, we salute the service and sacrifice of our members. To show our appreciation for veterans, active duty military, and first responders, we're proud to introduce the We Salute Service and Sacrifice Loan Program, granting a special rate reduction on eligible consumer loans. Valid offer on new secure loans only. Internal refinances and unsecured loans do not qualify. Veterans, active duty military, and first responders, contact our loan team for more details. All deposits are insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. At Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, we're big on you.
Wagner Auto in Pierre has been hitting home runs for over 100 years, delivering quality vehicles and top-notch service to our community. Whether you need a rugged truck, a dependable SUV, or a fuel-efficient car, we've got the perfect lineup to keep you on the road. Proud sponsor of this season's baseball action, we're here to help you drive home a great deal. Stop by today or visit WagnerAuto.com. Wagner Auto, South Dakota's oldest auto dealer.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the fourth. Make that the bottom of the third. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's the bottom of the third and a 3-0 lead for Pierre over Maple Grove. Although we'd be happy just to jump right into that top of the fourth inning, let the Eights go right back to hit. But it will be Ian Schock, Joey Limerick, and Blake Schneider, the first 3 guys to come to the plate. 8-9 and make that 9-1-2 here for Maple Grove in this bottom of the third inning. A 3-0 lead for Pierre Post Eights. First pitch will miss low for ball 1. That was a long inning for Riker Edson to be in the dugout. Although it was only 2 runs that scored, we had 8 of the 9 guys coming to the plate. 1-0 pitch, that'll get outside, and the count's 2-0 here to Ian Schock, the left fielder. Schock is just 1 for 10 so far coming into this weekend, but his one hit was a triple, and he drove in a run. Here's the 2-0. That one is missing outside, and the count is 3-0 now. 3 hits, no runs so far for Maple Grove. 2 of those 3 hits being doubles. 3-0 pitch will miss for ball 4, and a 4-pitch walk to get us started here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Already hit the hour mark, closing in the hour mark here and just in the bottom of the 3rd of this ball game. Again, tomorrow we've got coverage 11:15 with 11:30 first pitch between Pierre and East Grand Forks. And then Excelsior White is the next opponent. We'll play back-to-back games to wrap up pool play here at Maple Grove. A bunt attempt missed by Limerick for strike 1. Limerick ground out to the shortstop, Carter Schuffelbein, in his first at-bat. If the Eights do not win the pool, their regular season will end tomorrow. If they do win the pool, they'll play at 9 a.m. in the first game Sunday morning in that round of 16. That'll miss inside. The count's 1-1. Then we'll have to wait. I mean, regardless, we're not going to know who Pierre will play on Sunday morning until after Saturday is completely done, or unless the pool that they would be against has a winner that quickly. Just like Pierre won't know that they won the pool for quite some time. Here's that one coming inside. The count's 2-1. Because the way things stand right now, unless Rock Island loses both of their games, they will play at 4:30 against Maple Grove. They'll play at 9 a.m. against Excelsior. If they win that game, then Pierre will have to be, they have to make sure they win this one, but be Maple Grove fans to beat Rock Island and East Grand Forks. Runner takes off for a second. The throw to second. That one will be off the glove of Schuffelbein as he tried to make a quick tag. And so the count goes now 3-1 and a stolen base for Schock. And so Limerick, the leadoff man, he's trying to drive in Maple Grove's first run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 3-1 here from Edson. Come inside and missing low as well, and back-to-back walks, first and second here with nobody out. But the double play is right back in order, but Coach Life will make his way out and have a conversation with Riker Edson in the infield before Blake Schneider will come to the plate. Again, from the first games of the day, Maple Grove beat Excelsior White 9-1. Rock Island beat East Grand Forks 7-0 before East Grand Forks beat Excelsior 10-2. Rock Island finished the day at 2-0, winning 11-3 over Post 8. And now here Maple Grove trying to get to 2-0, but Pierre trying to get to 1-1, forcing Maple Grove to go to 1-1. East Grand Forks, they sit at 1-1 as well. Excelsior White at 0-2. They will have to win, and it's going to be really tough for them, but they have to win that first game. Otherwise, they're going to play Pierre with the spot of that they're going to go home after their games are done. Pierre would like to see Excelsior White get a win over Rock Island, and of course, Pierre just wants to handle business. If they go 3-1 and just can't find a way to quite win the pool, that ends up being what it is. But the Eights would like to see a lot of wins here to wrap up the regular season against non-South Dakota opponents. First pitch bunted, that'll be foul. Blake Schneider tried to bunt that one down the third base line. Almost had it high enough for Will Eilers to pounce out of the crouch to make a catch. Oh, 0-1 count here to Schneider. Flew on to center in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, another bunt attempt. That's dropped down perfectly to the third base side. Riker Edson will throw to first. It's not going to be in time. It'll be an infield single for Blake Schneider. And the bases are now loaded here with nobody out in this bottom of the 3rd inning, and a chance here for Maple Grove to get right back into this ball game. And it's the 3, 4, and 5 to make it happen here for Maple Grove, if they're going to make it happen. Oliver Taden had a double, make that a triple in his first at-bat. He's 1 for 1. He's got 3 triples so far in the summer. First pitch will miss low and inside for ball 1. Looking for a ground ball, maybe looking for a strikeout. One of the two here. Ground ball back to Riker Edson would be great. Strikeout would be just as good, too. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one is fouled away over the left side. And the count goes to now 1-1. Damian Seibert is waiting on deck. At least his spot is waiting on deck. He is going to swing the bat. Here's the 1-1. That'll bounce in. Eilers will block that up. Keep it a 2-1 count. Bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 lead for Post 8 over Maple Grove. 2-1 pitch. That one's gets to the top of the zone. The count's 2-2. Now Edson looking for a strikeout here. Big pitch. 2-2 count. Nobody out. Bases loaded, bottom of the third. Here's a 2-2. They'll come in and hit him. And so it'll make it a 3-1 ball game. And Maple Grove gets their first run, and now it becomes very important here for the Eights to get out of this inning with limited damage. Damian Seibert can help himself out with a base hit. He can tie the ball game up here with one swing. Somewhere in the gap, he can give Maple Grove the lead. First pitch will miss outside for ball one. Seibert flew out to center to Porter Hunsley in his first at-bat. Here's the 1-0. That'll miss low and away, and the count's 2-0. Two-0 count. Nobody out. Bases loaded here in the bottom of the third. 3-1 lead for the Eights. That'll miss upstairs, and the count's now 3-0. After the hit by pitch for Tatum to drive in a run. Now Siebert's got a chance for an RBI without having to swing the bat. A 3-0 from Riker Edson. This is low for ball four, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. So a 3-2 ball game. Coach Iverson will make his way out, and I believe he'll make the change. And it will be the bases loaded with nobody out and a 3-2 lead for Post 8. Make sure before Porter Hunsley will be coming in to pitch. So we will step aside. We will come back and tell you the changes after this. Back in a minute as the Eights still lead at 3-2 over Maple Grove. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When the South Dakota wind howls and the rain pours, is your home ready? Introducing Pierre Roofing and Gutters, the newest name serving Pierre, Fort Pierre, and surrounding communities. Owned by Karsten Erickson, the same expert you've trusted for years at Karsten Erickson Roofing and Construction, we're expanding to keep our community covered. From full replacement to seamless gutter installs, Karsten and his team deliver. Don't wait for the next storm. Call Pierre Roofing and Gutters today for a free estimate. 605-280-8080. Pierre Roofing and Gutters. Built strong. Built local.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the third inning, and it is still a 3-2 game, and it will be Porter Hunsley to come to the plate. as he will deal with the bases loaded and nobody out. And then Hunsley will be out on the mound. I believe it'll be Sun and Shine that goes to the outfield. But we'll make sure that we get everything squared away here in just a moment. But Porter Hunsley will take over for Riker Edson, who ends up throwing 43 pitches. You can't close the book on him. He's responsible for all three guys on base right now. 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 walks, no strikeouts. And again, as it will be 5, 6, and 7. Kellen Sargent, Evan O'Dwyer, and Gavin Custerman, the first 3 guys to see Porter Hunsley. And for Hunsley on the season, he has thrown 10 2/3 innings. This will be his 4th relief appearance, 6th appearance overall, 0-2 record for Hunsley. 16 hits, 15 runs, 7 of them earned, 9 walks, 11 strikeouts. An ERA at 4.59, a whip at 2.34, and a batting average against at 308 for Hunsley so far on the season. 292 batting average with runners in scoring position. There's a big spot right here. I believe Sun and Shine is out in center. And it will be Sun and Shine out in center to keep everything in the lineup the same. DH is gone for the rest of the ball game. First pitch swinging, that's fouled back for strike 1. Here to Kellen Sargent, who had a double in his first at-bat. Here's the 0-1. That'll miss outside, and the count's 1-1. And Will Eilers will call time. I don't know if maybe the signs were mixed up and they want to make sure they're on the same page. So the 1-1 count, bases loaded, nobody out, bottom of the 3rd. This is a big spot here for Maple Grove to try and get the lead, but for the A's to try and keep this lead. And that one misses outside, and the count's 2-1. Well, on the same side of things, at the very least, A's would be okay at this point, making a 3-3 game only, as that one is fouled back and the count's 2-2. But right now, his strikeouts here for Porter Hunsley would be huge. You get that first out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Hunsley will come set from the stretch. Here's the 2-2. There's a line shot. That is going to be a base hit into left field. That'll be a 2-run scoring. Maple Grove will take the lead. Danberg will cut it off before it got to the fence, and it'll be scooting away from Scheffelbein, but the runner at 3rd will not score, and it's a 2 RBI double. And Maple Grove will take a 4-3 lead. And so the 2 RBI double gives the Maple Grove a 4-3 advantage, and still nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch over for strike 1 to Evan O'Dwyer. So Maple Grove takes their first lead. They've still got an opportunity to really put a big number up here. They've already put a big number up, but they can extend this lead out with runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Ground ball to the shortstop, Scheffelbein. Did he put the tag on the 3rd guy run to 3rd or not? I don't believe he did. He does get the runner out at first. The run does come in to score. It almost looked like he had tagged out the guy running to 3rd, but he did not. So another run scores. There's now 1 out, and it's a 5-3 advantage here for Maple Grove. An RBI ground out for O'Dwyer. Second time that he's ground out to the shortstop. And Gavin Custerman, the catcher to the plate, into a fielder's choice. Here's the first pitch, the bunt attempt that he had. That one's fouled back for strike 1. Tried the safety squeeze, but it didn't work. You're listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront Broadcasting Station. We're just past 8 o'clock. That one will miss low, and the count's 1-1. Here to Gavin Custerman. 1-1 here from Hunsley. This will be flown out towards right field. Jackson Goodman will come in to make the catch. The tag, the throw coming to the plate. Eilers, can he put the tag down in time? He is safe. Eilers tried to get down as quick as possible. Nearly didn't work for the sacrifice fly, but it ends up being a 6-run inning on a sac fly for Gavin Custerman. There's now 2 down, nobody on base. A 6-run inning. And Ian Farley got a base hit in his first at-bat. He was thrown out, or he was not thrown out, but Custerman was thrown out trying to get to third, or trying to score, actually. That one is going to miss for ball 1. The sac fly RBI. 6-run inning, that's fouled back, and the count is 1-1. So officially for Riker Edson, 2 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks and no strikeouts on 43 pitches. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss and get just away from Eilers. It counts 2-1. This is the 9th man to come to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 6-run inning here for Maple Grove. 2-1 pitch. That'll hit him. And so now the runner on at first, and they have hit around. And Ian Schock, who led off the inning with a walk, goes back to the plate. And so now Schock, who drew a walk, came around to score. On the RBI hit by a pitch of Tayton will take high and outside for ball 1. Hunsley's already thrown 15 pitches here in the inning. Here's the 1-0. The lefty will deliver. That's outside, and that counts 2-0. 3-run lead now here for Maple Grove. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's now a 2-1 count. To Ian Schock, the left fielder, after Ian Farley was hit by the pitch. So now Schock waits on the 2-1. This will be popped up, first base side, long run for Alec Eilers, foul territory. Stosur gets over, and he makes an incredible diving catch to finish out the inning. What a snag by Hudson Stosur, diving in foul territory. It got out of frame on YouTube at KCCR Sports, but he makes a fantastic catch, and that will take care of the 3rd inning. But it is a 6-run inning, though, for Maple Grove. And they do so by just getting 2 hits in the inning. There were no errors, and no one left on, makes that 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 4th. Now a 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
AGE Corporation has been building South Dakota for over 60 years. For all your site work, construction, and crane needs, AGE is there for you. If you need a boat dock and dock lighting, AGE has what you need. Visit their website, agecorp.com, or give them a call at 223-2732. AGE Corporation, providing high-quality services without sacrificing safety. Visit agecorp.com or call 223-2732.
Your mornings shouldn't start in chaos. At Pierre Closets, we create custom closets, laundry rooms, mud rooms, and more designed to change how your day starts. Lowering stress, lifting your mood, and helping you get out the door on time. Manufactured locally in Pierre, our solutions are built around how you live. Reclaim your time by reclaiming your space. Call Pierre Closets at 605-223-5855 for a free in-home design consultation. Pierre Closets, organized for life.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the 4th inning, and the Eights are down now 6-3 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. And it will be for the Eights, 8-9-1. Alec Eilers, Porter Hunsley, and Carter Shufflebine. He might reach his base, it'll go to Hudson Stosur. Alec Eilers ground out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. As he'll wait on the first pitch, that one will miss low for ball 1. You see Seibert still out there on the mound, able to work around the cramp that he had in his right hamstring. That one's over for a strike that counts 1-1. So even though he's gotten over 70 pitches, trying to fight through 4 innings now. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. And if he's able to get through a 4th inning quickly, I mean, again, this is a tournament where you need your pitchers to go. If they're going to throw quite a bit, you need them to go deep in the game. That one will be taken on the outside edge for strike 3. And Eilers will go down looking for out number 1. And it brings up Porter Hunsley, the center fielder who drew a walk and came in to score back in the top of the 3rd inning. When the Aids took a 3-0 lead. A 2 RBI single for Tripp Lindekugel. Helped make it a 3-0 game. There's a first pitch swing and miss from Hunsley. If you can get guys to go deep into games, again, pitch count-wise, if they go to a certain point, you kind of really need to ride them out if possible. Close to that 100 pitch count mark, because they're not going to, if they're not available on Sunday or Monday, they're not going to be available in 2 days rest. Well, then you might as well stretch them out farther if you're wanting to make a run to try and go win, because you don't want to burn too many pitchers' arms. 1-2 pitch is high and outside, and the count's 2-2. To the number 9 man, Porter Hunsley. Now on the flip side, Ranker Edson throwing those 43 pitches. If the Aids are able to win the pool, come back and win this game and win the pool, he'd still be available to throw before the end of the weekend. There's a swing and a miss and back-to-back strikeouts, and that hamstring not cramping up too much here for Seibert right now, as he's got 3 straight strikeouts. 4 of the last 5 guys he's faced has been a strikeout victim. And overall, he's got 7 Ks in this game. And Carter Shufflebein with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch, he'll swing and miss for strike 1. He's 0 for 1, popped out to short and had a sacrifice bunt. Looking for his second hits of this Gopher Classic. And misses outside, and the count's even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss inside. A breaking ball that just didn't quite break back to the strike zone. Had Shufflebein frozen, but time for good reason that it came too far inside. 2-1 pitch will go off the handle of the bat, off the knob of the bat, and the count goes to now 2-2. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs, nobody on. Seibert looking for a 1-2-3, top of the 4th inning. 2-2 pitch. Shufflebein will reach for it, fouled away over to the right side. He'll stay alive. Here's the 2-2 from Seibert to Shufflebein. That one's flown out to right field, but right over there as Taden barely has to move forward, and it's a 1-2-3, top of the 4th inning. At the bottom of the 4th, 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Did you know a well-maintained AC will last up to 40% longer? Save money and extend the life of your equipment with AirTech Heating and Cooling. From Oneida to Fort Pierre, we help homeowners and businesses slash their energy costs with high-efficiency cooling systems and precision maintenance. Don't let a dirty filter or low refrigerant drain your wallet this summer. Experience the AirTech advantage. Call AirTech today at 605-945-0160 to join our maintenance program. AirTech Heating and Cooling, locally owned, keeping the Pierre area comfortable for over 20 years.
It is the bottom of the 4th, and it is a 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre, and it's going to be the top of the order. First pitch swinging, fouled away by Limerick for strike one. He's 0 for 1, ground out, and then he also walked in that third inning. 10 guys came to the plate in that third to score 6 runs. Ground ball over to Lindekugel at third. He will field that one, but he'll skip it over. And just like in turf, it's just a nice bounce, a little bounce pass from Trip Lindekugel over to Alec Eilers. And there's now one down. Not exactly how Lindekugel liked to throw it over there, but most first base will say, you give me a quick short hop or a long hop. Don't go the tweener one. And it was a long hop for Alec Eilers to easily glove that one for the first out. And that's all that matters, getting the out. Blake Schneider now coming to the plate. First pitch is over for ball one, missing the plates. Limerick had something to say to both Blake Schneider and Oliver Taden. Something that he picked up in the 2 swings that he had against Porter Hunsley. 1-0 pitch, that one's fouled the plate, and the count's now 1-1. Whether that was a tell of what the pitch might be coming, how to know what pitch might be coming. Here's the 1-1. That was a swing and a miss and a curveball, and the count's now 1-2. One for 2 is Schneider. Flew out into center in the first. Singled in that third inning. 1-2. It's a chopper. Going to be a tough play for Stoscher as he comes in. And there's 0 chance by the time that he got to that ball on that slow chopper. Schneider is already at first base. By the time that Stoscher got the ball into his glove, Schneider is already at first. So an infield single. And where if Porter Hunsley was a right-handed pitcher, again, I don't know if he's going to get to it a right-handed pitcher, but you're falling off to the third base side as a lefty and fall off a little bit toward the right hand, or the first base side as a righty. As the first pitch will miss low for ball one to Oliver Taden. Could he have gotten that as a right-handed pitcher? I don't know if he still would have, but he certainly, as a lefty, that makes it really, really difficult to try and get to. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one's over for a strike on the inside corner. Shadows have made their way in front of home plate, not all the way to the mound yet. That one will be upstairs and inside. The count's now 2-1. It's pretty much we're at the halfway point where that baseball goes from sun to all shadow. Here's the 2-1 pitch here from Porter Hunsley. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 2-2. That catches the outside corner. Hunsley looking for a strikeout of Taden. Damian Seibert. He will not hit next. It'll be a new man to come to the plate. That'll be fouled out of play on the left side, and the count remains at 2-2. Man on deck is, I don't know if I can look at Game Changer. Here's a fly ball towards right center field. Sun and Shine go into the gap. He'll make the catch on the run. And a good job by Sun and Shine to get over there for the second out. It'll be Adam Patefield that will hit for Damian Seibert. So Patefield is in. He will hit for Seibert. That will end his day on the mound, so he goes those 4 innings. And for Patefield, he is 1 for 6 so far this summer. Swing at the first pitch and fouls that one off of himself for strike one. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre. Here's the 0-1. That'll miss low, and the count's 1-1 here to Adam Patefield. He's hitting in the number 4 spot now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. from Hunsley now to Patefield. The runner takes off, taken for a strike. The throw will be wide and into center field. And so the runner will end up at third. And so now it's a runner on at third with 2 outs, a 1-2 count. Stolen base for Schneider, and then the error will be charged to Eilers on the throw. And so now Patefield with a chance to drive in a run. Looking for his first RBI of the season. 1-2 pitch is fouled away. And we'll do it again here at 1-2. Here's the 1-2 now from Hunsley. Another chopper that is fouled on the third baseline, so we'll do it again here at 1-2. The 6-run third inning. We got Maple Grove the 6-3 lead. But the Eights looking for their third scoreless inning against Maple Grove. And we'll try and make a 3-run comeback starting in that top of the 5th inning with 2, 3, and 4 up. Here's the 1-2. That'll come inside. The count's now 2-2. Hunsley from the stretch. Here's the 2-2. Another foul ball to the third base dugout. And staying alive for another pitch is Patefield. It is first at bats. He is making Hunsley work for it in this to try to get this third out. Another 2-2. Another foul ball to the right side. Be the 9th pitch of this at bats with a 2-2 count. He has fouled off 5 different pitches, and then he'll swing and miss, and Hunsley will finally get the strikeout to get out of the inning. No runs will score on just 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We head to the top of the 5th. It's a 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
When life throws you a curveball, May Adam Law Firm in Pierre is here to help you knock it out of the park. For over 130 years, we've been providing trusted legal expertise in business, family law, criminal defense, and more. Proud sponsors of this season's baseball action, we're committed to serving our community both on and off the field. Need legal advice? Step up to the plate with May Adam Law Firm. Visit mayadam.net or call today. May Adam, South Dakota's law firm since 1881.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
It is the top of the 5th inning, and the Eights down at 6-3 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. 2, 3, and 4. Hudson Stosher, Sun and Shine Trip, Linda Kugel. So Seibert goes back into the game. There is the re-entry rule, so he'll go back in, and this will probably be his last inning. This is going to be pitch number 88 to start this top of the 5th. But again, as we were talking about earlier, that if you want to make a deep run in this tournament, because you have to play 8 games. You don't necessarily have to win all 8 games, but you have to win the last 4 for sure. And probably, if you go 6-2 and win the tournament, you get pretty lucky. You pretty much have to go 7-1 to win the tournament at worst, if not go 8-0. As Hudson Stosher will lead things off. And part of that is having guys go deep into a game. And whether Seibert gets through all 5 or at least gives themselves a chance to put some runs up in that bottom of the 5th inning or whatever, gives them only 2 innings of relief to have to deal with as it counts 1-1. This will be pitch number 90 for him. Well, that's how you try to make a deep run and save and have pitching available to make that deep run. As there's a swing and a miss by Stosher that counts 1-2. The Eights won their pool back in 2018, and that was, again, pitching was electric in that. That one will be inside, coming to the backstop, and almost rolled all the way back to Stosher after it went over the top of his head. Counts now 2-2. But they got complete game after complete game from their starting pitchers, and they were able to run through that pool to win it and advance to that round of 16. There's a swing and a miss, and Stosher will go down swinging for the first out. That is strikeout number 8 for Seibert. And brings up Sutton Sunshine, the now center fielder. And that's the again, what for Post State when they were able to make that run past the pool. You had your pitching always has to be good, but they were able to get every guy to throw a complete game back in 2018. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss outside, and the count's now 2-1. Two-0 count here to Sunshine, who was 0 for 1 with a strikeout, was hit by a pitch. He's now got a 3-0 count. This will be pitch number 96 here for Seibert, who again is trying to get through 5 complete for Maple Grove. If they go to 2-0, that sets up that Rock Island Maple Grove game to be massive. That one's over for a strike, and the count, and it's now a 3-1 count. So also saying that too, that somebody would have to win 3 games. That if Post State does not win this game, they are already going to be eliminated from contention of winning the pool. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That one's over for a strike, and the count's now 3-2. Because Maple Grove and Rock Island, even if Rock Island would lose that first game tomorrow, they would still come back and beat Maple Grove. Well, they'd still be 3-1. Or if Maple Grove would beat Rock Island, lose that last game, they're still 3-1. And the Eights, best they could do is 2-2. That'll miss outside for a ball. And it'll be a leadoff walk here to, or make that a 1-out walk here to Sutton Sunshine, and brings up Trip Linda Kugel, who was 2 for 2, doubled in the second, brought home 2 runs in the third and a base hit. He's got 3 hits today. He's 3 for 4 overall today. So effectively here for the Eights, I mean, this is a must-win game. They have to win this game to stay alive to try and win the pool. Here's the first pitch, Linda Kugel. That's a sharp ground ball that just goes foul. That one looked good that it was going to get its way down the third base line. By the way, lights turning on here, or are on at Maple Grove. Still got another 30 minutes till sunset time. Linda Kugel, 0-1 count. Seibert. Well, the umpire just, I don't know what they're telling Post State to stop doing. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is outside. The count's now 1-1. Not sure I've ever seen that before, unless they're saying something inappropriately. I don't know if you're not saying anything inappropriate. I've never seen an umpire tell a team to stop talking. 1-1 pitch. That one's on the inside edge, and the count's now 1-2. But Seibert now a strike away from getting out of this inning. That was pitch number 101 for him. Actually, I wouldn't say a strikeout. He's a ground ball away from getting out of this inning. 1-2. That is outside, and the count's now 2-2. Two-two count here to Linda Kugel. Again, pitch number 103 here from Seibert. From the stretch, he'll deliver the 2-2. That'll get outside all the way to the backstop. And to second now will go Sunshine on the wild pitch. And the count is now full at 3-2. Lindenkugel looking for his third hit. He can make this a 6-4 ball game if he get a base hit. Lindenkugel will call time. And everybody will reset. Well, Eiler's waiting on deck. Full count with one out here in the top of the fifth. Runner on at second. Yates down by 3. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to the third baseman. It'll be fielded by O'Dwyer. His throw to first is going to be slipping out of the hands of the third baseman. It's now first and second. That was pitch number 104, so he could go one more batter. Good Seibert. And that will be an air charge to O'Dwyer. So now Will Eilers with the runners at first and second. One out here in the top of the fifth. Eilers could tie it up with one swing. He'll foul that one straight back for strike one. Eilers 0 for 2, popped out up the first base line of the pitcher, Seibert. Then he struck out swinging in the third. Here's the 0-1 from Seibert. That'll miss outside, and the count's 1-1. This is his last batter, by the way. That was pitch number 106. He can finish out this hitter even with 105 pitches. He can go through this, go against Will Eilers, and then he'll have to come out of the ball game. Here's now the 1-1. Ground ball over to the third baseman. This will be fielded. He'll tag the runner out at trying to get to third of Sun and Shine. He'll put the tag down, and that will be the second out, and that will be the end of the day for Damian Seibert. And so, as Seibert will come out of the ball game, we will step aside. We'll come back in a minute and tell you the change. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Back in a minute.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota in Pierre is proud to sponsor today's game. Whether you're in the market for a brand new Ford, Lincoln, or Toyota, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, our team is here to get you back on the road in style. From tough trucks to family SUVs, we've got the selection you need and the hometown service you deserve. Browse online anytime at CapitalCityFordToyota.com. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, where community drives us forward.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
As we welcome you back, it is going to be Jacob Garness on the mound here with two outs, runners at first and second. The lefty will throw for the first time. They'll see Post-State will see a lefty here for the first time today. As we look, I believe this will be his first appearance on the mound for Garness. And it will be. So, first time that he will throw this summer for Maple Grove. 4 2/3 innings for Damian Seibert. He gave up 4 hits. Right now, 3 runs, and all 3 of them earned. But we will see if, with those 2 guys on base at first and second, if any more will come to pass before the end of this inning. But for Garness, he have to deal with Will Danberg, the first man to greet him. Danberg will look for a base hit to make this a 6-4 ball game. The Eights have got to find a way to climb back down by 3. Again, if they don't win this game, they will be eliminated from contention of winning the pool. They'll still play their 2 games tomorrow, but they will not be able to win the pool at all. Because Maple Grove and Rock Island both being at 2-0. somebody will have to go to 3-0. And the Eights already with those, or maybe not 3-0, but will have to get their third win. And the Eights can only get to 2 wins after that. So here is Will Danberg. Here's the first pitch. Comes inside for ball 1. Danberg is 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the top of the second, was hit by a pitch in the third. Lefty Garnis working from the stretch. Runners at first and second and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 1-0. There's a line shot to left field. Sinking, sliding, and diving and making a catch out in left field is Ian Schock to take away runs from the Eights. No runs will score in the inning. 1 error with no hits and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, a 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Step up to the plate with Kathy Sunshine Properties in Pierre, your go-to for buying, selling, and finding your perfect home. Whether you're looking for a cozy cottage or a spacious family home, Kathy Sunshine Properties has you covered. We're committed to helping you make your next big move, on the field or in your life. Ready to find your dream home? Call Kathy Sunshine Properties at 605-224-5588. Your home run in real estate.
As we welcome you back, it is the bottom of the 5th and a 6-3 lead for Maple Grove over Post States. And for Maple Grove, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Kellen Sargent, Evan O'Dwyer, and Gavin Custerman. The Eights with that 6-run inning from Maple Grove in that bottom of the 3rd. They find themselves down by 3 and they have 6 outs to work with. But at the same point, too, like we talked about in the first game and how it ended in the first game, 11-3 win for Rock Island over Pierre, that you can't lose, you can't go down by 8 runs in this 5th inning now. 8-run rule after 5 instead of the 8-run rule after, or 10-run rule after 5. So with a 3-run deficit, you have to limit right now Maple Grove to under 5 runs. You love a 0 because that, if you're down by 7 with 6 outs left to go, it's not going to make an easy comeback at all. But certainly it is one that the Eights have to make sure that they limit the amount of runs scoring in this bottom of the 5th inning. As Kellen Sargent, who's got 2 doubles, 2 runs driven in that 3rd inning on that double, he'll take low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Hunsley. That'll miss outside, and the count is 2-0. Doubled in that 2nd inning. Then he doubled 2 runs in the 3rd. That'll miss low, and the count's 3-0. The 3-0 pitch from Hunsley. That's right down the middle, and the count's now 3-1. And the Eights will play at 11:30 tomorrow, followed by that 2 o'clock game. They'll play East Grand Forks and Excelsior. 3-1 pitch will miss for ball 4. And a leadoff walk here to Kellen Sargent. And Evan O'Dwyer now to the plate. An RBI ground out in that bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the first pitch to O'Dwyer. There's a high fly ball to left field. That one is going to get out for a 2-run homer. And Evan O'Dwyer has made this now a 8-3 lead. Second home run given up by the Eights here in this 2 games today. And for O'Dwyer, that is RBI's 3 and 4 of the season now. That was his first extra base hit. Make that his 2nd extra base hit. He had a double previously. Gavin Custerman now to the plate. So a 5-run advantage. Custerman 0 for 1 in fielder's choice back in the second. Had a sac fly RBI in the third. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Now a 5-run lead, and again, Pierre cannot allow 3 more runs to score in this 5th inning. Otherwise, we'll end in this 5th inning with an 8-run rule. Counts 0-2 now to Custerman. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll miss inside, and the count's 1-2. Ian Farley, Ian Schock, both waiting, and that one is now a 2-2 count. They'll get a chance to hit no matter what in this inning. And a restart here for Porter Hunsley. 7, 8, 9 now in the order with nobody out in this bottom of the 5th. 2-2. That'll bounce in. The count's 3-2. Payoff pitch here to Gavin Custerman, the catcher. From the stretch, line shot off the glove of Hunsley. It'll be fielded by Schuffelbein, who will throw to first, and it's a 1-6-3 ground out. And it went right off the glove of Hunsley. I don't think it hit anything but the glove. But he gets credit for the putout. Schuffelbein makes the play as it ricocheted right over off the glove to Schuffelbein. Had a chance to pat the glove and everything. That's how hard the ball came off the glove. It was already hard hit and came off the glove. As the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here to Ian Farley, the shortstop, who is 1 for 1, single in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third. Here's the 1-0. That one's upstairs, and the count's now 2-0. Two-0 pitch here from Hunsley. That'll miss low, and it's now a 3-0 count. On deck is number 9 man Ian Schock. Drew a walk and then popped out to Hudson Stosher. Made that incredible diving play that you couldn't see on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Here's a 4-pitch walk to Farley, and Schock, the left fielder, now to the plate. Actually, it'll be a new man. Jacob Garnis is going to be in Schock's place. So as he'll swing the bat for the first time, the lefty will take high for ball 1. Runner on at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 8-3 lead for Maple Grove over Pierre. That 1-0 pitch is over for a strike, and the count's 1-1. Closing in on the 2-hour mark of this ball game. Hour and 51 minutes right now, 52 minutes of a game. There's a swing and a miss, and the count's now 1-2. And we had 58 minutes between the end of game 1 and the start of game 2. Runner takes off, pitch is low, the throw to second. Schuffelbein puts the tag down, he's out at second. And a good job by Will Eilers to throw out Ian Farley trying to steal. And there's now 2 down and nobody on. And a 2-2 pitch upcoming here to Jacob Garnis. Here's a 2-2. That'll be fouled out of play. Here's a 2-2. That one, just missed outside. Gonna miss by much, and the count's now full at 3-2. Hunsley, payoff pitch. That'll miss for ball 4, and Garnis will draw the 2-out walk, and it will bring back the top of the order now for Joey Limerick. So Limerick now with runner on at first, 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Now we'll get a courtesy runner for Garnis. And so now we'll see who it is. It is going to actually be Peyton Hainsgaard that will run in place of Garnis, courtesy runner. Limerick swings to the first pitch. One hopper, that's off the glove of Stoscher into center field. Runner will take off for third. The throw from Sonnenschein as Lindenkugel will hold on to it as Limerick will end up at second. And it's a 2-out error and the second error of the ball game for the Eights. And so a second and third now here in this bottom of the 5th. Blake Schneider back to the plate. He's 2 for 3. Schneider represents the winning run here for Maple Grove. Here's the first pitch from Hunsley. That'll miss outside for ball 1. Schneider flew out to center in the first, singled in the third, and singled in the fourth. Here's the 1-0. That'll bounce in and we'll get away from Eilers. And a run will come in to score to make it now a 9-3 game. So a 6-run lead now here for Maple Grove. A 3-run inning after the 2-run homer from Evan O'Dwyer. 2-0 count. Here to Blake Schneider. That'll be a chopper. Going to be a tough play. Nobody covering first, and it will be an infield single to make it now a 10-3 ball game. Schneider now 3 for 4. Got the RBI. And now Schneider represents the winning run over at first. Oliver Taden, who has got a double, make that a triple, is hit by a pitch with an RBI and flew out to center. Lefty on lefty matchup. First pitch swing, ground ball, past the diving Alec Eilers into right field for a base hit. Runner will take to third, and Schneider is now 90 feet away from ending the ball game. First and third here with 2 outs, and it brings up Damian Seibert, who's back to be swinging the bats after Patefield hit for him in the 4th. 9th man to come to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. And it's representing the game-winning run. Here's the first pitch. That's over for strike 1. So the Eights have to get, if they don't get Seibert out, they have to get Sargent out. And if they don't get Seibert out, and he's got to make the bases loaded. That one's fouled away, and the count's quickly 0-2. Otherwise, the Eights will go to 0-2 here in the Gopher Classic. Runners at first and third. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball to center field. Sonnenschein backing up on it. He'll make the catch, and that will keep the game going into the 6th inning. But a 4-run inning for Maple Grove on a 2-run homer from Evan O'Dwyer. An RBI single from an infield single for Blake Schneider. They had 4 runs on 3 hits. There was an error and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th. It is a 10-3 lead for Pierre over for Maple Grove over Pierre. Back in a minute on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back, it is the top of the sixth, and the Eights are down 10-3 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Jackson Goodman, Alec Eilers, Porter Hunsley, 7, 8, 9 here for the Eights in this top of the sixth inning. Here's the first pitch. Goodman, who's 1 for 2, will take that high and outside for ball 1. We'll hit the 2-hour mark here in the next minute of this ball game. And lights are on here at Maple Grove. 1-0 pitch. This will be popped up in the air right side. I believe it's going to get out of play, and it will land on the awning of the grandstand. So the count goes now 1-1. Goodman's 1 for 2. An RBI single back in the top of the second, which gave the Eights a 1-0 lead. They led 3-0 after the top of the third. And that one's fouled back to make it a 1-2 count. But a 6-run bottom of the third inning gave Maple Grove that 3-run lead, and then a 4-run bottom of the fifth nearly won the game for Maple Grove. They're up by 7, and it's a 10-run rule after 5, and they almost made it an 8-run rule after 5, and they almost made it an 8-run lead. That one a miss, make it a 2-2 count. The leadoff man here in the top of the sixth inning. The Eights still have a little bit of some life in them. Here's a line shot to center field, and that is caught by the center fielder Limerick for the first out. And it brings up Alec Eilers, who is 0 for 2. The ground out and a strikeout. So Eilers, who ground out in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. Here's the first pitch. That will bounce in for ball 1, and Jacob Garnis, the reliever for Damian Seibert, who went 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. The lefty Garnis trying to get the final 7 outs of the ball game. Here's the 1-0. That one is over for a strike, and it makes it a 1-1 count. Here's a 1-1 to Alec Eilers. It'll be popped foul. That'll get out of play. And the count's now 1-2. With a loss, the Eights will drop back to a .500 record at 16-16. And their out-of-state game record, which, if you're going to have one bad side of things, that one is catch to the outside corner for strike 3, and there's now 2 down. That one's a hard pitch to hit. That late break by Garnis. There's 2 down, and brings up Porter Hunsley, who walked and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Here's the first pitch. That's upstairs for ball 1. But the out-of-state games for the Eights, they would drop to 1-6 against North Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, Illinois teams. Here's off the handle. It's going to be a slow roller picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first is not going to be in time, and Hunsley will beat it out for an infield single. Ian Farley was able to get to it, but that slow roller did just enough to allow Hunsley to beat it out. And so it keeps the inning alive now here for Carter Shufflebine. Shufflebine is 0 for 2. Had a sack bunt in the third. Pop out to short in the first and fly out to right in the fourth. Pickoff attempt, and Hunsley standing back safely over at first. Here's the first pitch. Shufflebine with a hard line shot to center field. That will drop in for a base hit. Hunsley will stay at second. That throw went all the way back towards the mound. But it isn't a base hit. Back-to-back singles here for the Eights. First and second now with 2 outs, and it brings up Hudson Stosher to the plate. The Eights are trying to do some damage here with 2 outs in this inning. Stosher's 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts so far. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Huxley leads away from second. Shufflebein over at first. Here's the 1-0. As outside, the count's now 2-0. Stosher looking for his second hits here in this game, looking for his third hit overall today. That one's over for a strike to make it a 2-1 count. Gardner's trying to work around the back-to-back 2-out singles. Here's the 2-1. That will catch the inside corner for a strike, and the count's now 2-2. The deuces are wild here with a 2-on and 2-out and a 2-2 pitch from Garnis to Stosher. That'll miss low and now makes a full count at 3-2. Runners will get a head start. 3-2 on its way. Ground ball to the left side. This will be fielded by the third baseman. O'Dwyer hits throw to first. Will be in time. And that will take care of the inning. And sounds like that might take care of the ball game. Home plate umpire. All right, well, it's a 10-3 final score through 6 innings. And so the Eights will fall to 0-2. We'll come back in 2 minutes and wrap it up. You're listening to Post-State Baseball on KCCR, and you're watching it on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Step up to the plate with Overhead Door Company of Pierre. Like your favorite team, we deliver reliability, strength, and top-notch performance. For over 100 years, Overhead Door has been the most respected name in the industry. From commercial or residential repairs to full upgrades, our team of technicians stand ready to provide winning results. Don't let a faulty garage door strike you out. Look for the signature red ribbon and call the industry MVP at 605-224-6200. Bring your garage door game to the big leagues.
People helping people. Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebein Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Spring is the season for a fresh start, and that includes your technology. Whether you are looking to upgrade or need to breathe new life into your current device, CommTech is your one-stop solution. Experience the brilliance of LG OLED TVs, the immersive sound of Sonos and JBL, or the unmatched performance of Lenovo laptops. Buy with confidence thanks to our price match guarantee and 0% interest on selected purchases. We're your locally owned technology experts on the truck bypass. CommTech, we sell the best and fix the rest.
As we welcome you back, it was a time limit final score in 6 innings as the Eights will fall 10-3 to Maple Grove. And so Maple Grove now at 2-0. The Eights fall to 0-2. That will eliminate both Pierre and Excelsior from contention of winning the pool. So the Eights will play their final 2 games tomorrow, and then will be wrapped up after that with that 10-3 loss. They will wrap up the regular season after the games tomorrow. But it was a 10-3 win for Maple Grove over Pierre. They got a 6-run 3rd inning that was sparked by a 2-run double by Kellen Sargent, an RBI for Evan O'Dwyer, Gavin Custerman. He had an RBI hit by pitch for Oliver Taden. Then a 2-run homer from Evan O'Dwyer as he finished with 3 RBIs in the game. And it was Damian Seibert who really worked through the cramp in that 3rd inning, was able to work through the cramp and get 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts to get the win. Jacob Garnis goes the final inning and a third, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. Riker Edson will get the loss for the Eights, 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, no strikeouts on 43 pitches. Porter Hunsley threw 70 with 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, 3 of them earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. As the Eights will fall 10-3. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and 8 men left on base. 10 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 6 men left on base for Maple Grove. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 6 minutes with that time limit hit of that 2 hours overall. So that will wrap up day 1. The Eights will be back in action at 11:30 tomorrow. We'll have coverage starting at 11:15, and we'll have it for you here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports as the Eights will take on East Grand Forks, and then they'll take on Excelsior White to wrap up their Gopher Classic and try to go to 2-2 on the weekend before coming back home as they wrap up the regular season here this weekend. I want to say thanks to Eliza Mayer back at the station. John Michael here signing off. 11-3 loss in Game 1 against Rock Island, Illinois, and then a 10-3 loss in Game 2 to Maple Grove, as we say so long from Maple Grove.
You've been listening to Pierre Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Pierre Baseball is brought to you by Kathy Sunshine Properties, Kruger Contracting, Bank West, Overhead Doors, Stalkin Peterson LLP, Shane's Pharmacy, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, CHS River Plains, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Fording Electric, Pierre Closets, Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping, and AGE. Pierre Baseball is also brought to you by Edward Jones Financial, Gales Gas, Lamb Motors, Xander Auto Parts, Comtech, First Dakota National Bank, Envirotech, Kruger Climate Systems, May Adam, Hunsley Auto Body, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Koenig, AirTech Heating and Cooling, Pierre Roofing and Gutters, Wagner Auto, the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection, and Todd's Electric. Join us all season for more Pierre Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.